Right now, I wanted to take a couple of minutes to update you on one of my favorite people in the world, and that's my chubby little cousin, Harris. Harris is a weird kid. I don't get to spend a ton of time with him, but I do check up on him regularly on his Facebook page and read his status updates. He recently had a quote up there, and the quote said, "Life's a dirty game. You gotta play dirty to win it." Dash Harris. He's quoting himself on this one. Yep, that's a Harris original. That's not from season 4 of The Wire. That's from a chubby kid named Harris who once told me his favorite food is Hot Pockets. What a dark thing to say. Life's a dirty game. You gotta play dirty to win it. When does Harris play dirty in life? I can only think of one instance. It's when he's playing Halo. Because as soon as the board starts, he always knows where the rocket launchers are and he grabs them and starts blowing everybody up. It's fucked up. He does this shit every time. That's why I don't play Halo with him anymore. Now, I'm sure there's some people here that have never played Halo, and that doesn't make any sense, so I will give you an analogy, okay? It would be as if you were playing Monopoly, right? And someone rolled a 10 and landed on Park Place, and then Harris came in with a rocket launcher and blew everybody up. Last time I spoke with Harris, I said, "What's been going on?" And he said, "I'm applying for college. Is there any way you can help me with my college essays?" And I was like, "Yes. Because you're a weirdo, and whatever you're gonna write is gonna be insane. So I can read it to people in public, and it'll help me with my job." So I brought along a copy of his essay. And this is 100% real. The essay is titled, "All the Small Things." Take the thumb. Even though it is just another finger, it is the most essential. It controls everything from eating and drinking to writing. Interestingly enough, I have found many things in life to be the same way. Already the essay makes no sense. When's the last time something interesting in your life happened you thought, "This reminds me of my thumb"? Never. He goes on. It's always the simple things that have the greatest impact. The splitting of an atom caused the death of over 200,000 people. Redbox turned the movie industry upside down with the simple notion of creating vending machines that sold movies. Yeah, those two things are comparable. 200,000 people are dead. And you can rent Mrs. Doubtfire for $1 at the grocery store now. He goes on to describe a particularly interesting summer where he volunteered at a local hospital. This is how he described that experience. "I was a human wheelbarrow, and let me tell you, it sucked." You can't say "it sucked" in a college essay. When you use language like that, you know what "it sucks" means? You're referring to sucking dick. Later on, he talks about a particularly crazy day at the hospital. "A week after I started, the incident occurred. When I set foot in the hospital that day, it was more crowded than ever. There weren't any nurses asking me if I wanted cookies." That's his gauge of how crazy things are at the hospital? "Why isn't anyone asking me if I want cookies? A lot of people must have cancer." But what happened that day was Harris ended up meeting a gentleman who was illiterate. And he'd never met anyone illiterate before. And this really affected him. He described how he felt when he drove home that day. "I remember thinking how bizarre it was that someone could not read. What if I couldn't read? I wouldn't be able to text my friends movie times or even order cheese biscuits from Red Lobster." These are the things that come to Harris's mind when he imagines a world where he can't read. First of all, you could easily do both those things if you couldn't read. I don't think illiterate people see movie posters and numbers that are like, "No clue what that means. Can't piece that together." Now, the Red Lobster thing is weird also, because I don't know how many of you all have been to Red Lobster, but if you've been there, you know no one orders the cheese biscuits. Those are complimentary. They just sit them down on your table as soon as you get there. So what's Harris talking about? I'm guessing this is what happens. He finishes his biscuits, and he sees on the menu it says, if you finish your biscuits, feel free to order more. And he's like, thank God I can read. More biscuits, please. So I told him, I said, Harris, you can't send this essay. It's too crazy. Let me do a rewrite. I did a rewrite which he rejected, but I will share with you now. I once volunteered at a hospital. It sucked dick, but I did get to eat free cookies. And let me tell you, I will suck dick for cookies. One day, I met a man who was illiterate. It really affected me. It made me realize the world is full of great tragedies. 9/11, the time I overcooked that Hot Pocket. And here, this man, he couldn't read. How would he find a box of Bagel Bites at the grocery store? Even if he found the box of Bagel Bites, how would he read the directions to cook the Bagel Bites? Have you ever eaten frozen Bagel Bites? I ate 6 of them one day, and it was disgusting. My name is Harris. I hope you consider accepting me into a university. By the way, during registration, will there be free cookies, or will I need to suck someone's dick? Life's a dirty game, you gotta play dirty to win it.